If not for Dhanush and Joju George, I would have left watching this film in midway. Hi everyone, welcome to I Just React and Review. My name is Ashmita and I hope you all are doing well. And right now I want to share my thoughts with you on the latest Netflix Tamil film release, Jagame Thandiram, starring Dhanush in the lead role. Honestly, it feels extremely sad to even say this, but this movie disappointed me a lot. And not only because of the hype that was created by Netflix, it's also because I was expecting a lot as it starred Dhanush and Joju George and it was being directed by Kartik Subbaraj. But it certainly did not live up to its height, and yeah, let's get into the detailed analysis. The story revolves around Suruli, played by Dhanush, who is a small-time gangster from Madurai. Now, the storyline follows the template of the anti-hero that we have seen many times in various commercial films, where he is the bad person at first and then a drastic event happens and changes his perspective, which eventually leads to a change of heart. Suruli also goes through this transformation. There are two very distinct parts to his journey. Suruli gets hired by a gang leader in London called Peter, played by James Cosmo, to defeat his nemesis Shivadas, played by Joju George. Once Suruli reaches London, he sort of finds himself in middle of this gang war. Peter has been shown to be extremely racist and his hatred for the immigrants is evident throughout the run of the film. Shivadas, on the other hand, has been shown to help these immigrants get legal status who have been displaced because of the wars in their respective lands. So apart from the gang war, this is the second big angle where Suruli actually finds redemption. But unfortunately, the intent of raising a very big socio-political issue packaged within a gang war seems to just fall flat. The single biggest downfall that I found as a viewer in this film are the writing and direction. I'm just gonna say it bluntly and probably get a lot of dislikes on this video, but the writing is just bad. And before going into this film, I had this mindset that, okay, you know what, I've watched the trailer and it's going to be an action-packed, very stylish kind of film, which will have probably a very simple storyline, and it's okay because I'm in it for the entertainment. Something in the lines of Master. But unfortunately, I did not get entertained at all. The flow of events that happen in the protagonist's life, where he goes through a change, was not convincing enough for me to really get invested in his emotions. At least to me, the transformation seemed very unrealistic. The dialogues are also extremely forgettable. There are no real punchlines that you would expect from a character like Suruli. Also, Suruli's change in perspective is so sudden that I was honestly a little taken aback. When the film started, I was thinking to myself that, okay, this looks interesting. There is dark humor, Suruli is the anti-hero, there is going to be a gang war. This is going pretty well. But then the writing takes a complete 180-degree turn and the socio-political angle is introduced. While it is extremely important to raise these kind of issues in cinema where you are trying to show the plight of the refugees, the treatment of this topic was awful. While trying to incorporate both the aspects of the gang war and the refugee angle, the writing just failed to do justice to either of them. Now coming to the direction, I am pretty sure that everybody had very high expectations because this movie is being directed by Kartik Subbaraj. But honestly, the treatment that he gave to this film just did not work for me. But there are a couple of elements about the direction that I absolutely loved. For example, the opening sequence of Dhanush where he actually stops a train and goes to the train compartment to kill a person. The funny banter that happens before Dhanush actually kills this person was a nice touch. I really liked the addition of that kind of dark humor. It instantly hooked me into the film. Even the action sequence where people attack Suruli in the restaurant was very well directed. The entire addition of the romantic angle seemed extremely unnecessary to me. In fact, Dhanush's character goes through a transformational change because of the love interest in his life. This is the exact reason why his redemption path seemed extremely unconvincing to me, because the way Aishwarya Lakshmi's character and Dhanush's character, the way they fall in love was so haphazard, it looked extremely unrealistic. There are good direction moments in the film, but these moments are very few. I don't know, maybe I think I had extremely high expectations from this film, and that is why the disappointment is also quite big. Okay, credit where credit is due. The film is technically beautiful. It's fantastic. The cinematography is actually the biggest highlight of this movie. The entire film has been shot so well. There are fantastic camera moments throughout the run of the film. Number one, the initial opening sequence of Dhanush that I was talking about inside that train compartment. It is beautiful. Second, most of the scenes that Joju George is in, there is this beautiful red sort of color palette used in the entire frame. It makes makes it so visually stunning. Third, the entire ending climax sequence in the snowfall, the way it has been shot is stunning, especially the slow-mo shots and the shots where Dhanush is wearing the goggles and walking. Oh my goodness, those were just beautiful to look at. Along with excellent cinematography, the score by Santosh Narayanan is just a chef's kiss. The opening song, Rakita Rakita, is so catchy, so beautifully shot, so well choreographed. The music is amazing. That is probably the biggest plus point of this movie. The background score that has been incorporated, particularly in the action sequences, is extremely unique. It's really amazing to the ears. Unfortunately, such great technical brilliance in a film does not compensate for bad writing. The movie definitely has its pacing issues, but for the first hour, I didn't feel it all that much. I was quite engrossed in the film, but the next 1.5 hours, my concentration was all over the place. The movie was not able to, grab my attention as much. Dhanush, Jojo George, and James Cosmos. These three were the only saving graces of this movie. Starting with James Cosmos, I really did like him as Peter, and there was a sense of hatred that I felt for this character. And demeanor-wise, performance-wise, he was great. Although I didn't feel intimidated by him. When I was watching him, I did not feel as much threatened as I should, considering that he was such a big gang leader. Then coming to Jojo George, I loved him. I absolutely loved him. His aura, his screen presence is just fantastic. The stylish Don role really suits him, and I wish going forward he gets more commercial films where he gets to do these kind of characters. It'll be such a pleasure to watch. Then coming to Dhanush, I've said this during Asuran also, during Karnan also, that when you watch this guy act, you completely forget that it is Dhanush who is actually on the screen. You completely believe that he is the character. He has done the same with Suruli. His performance is impeccable. It's fantastic. It's just that the script absolutely did not do this performance any justice. Coming to the rest of the actors, Aishwarya Lakshmi, again, I really did not feel that there was a need of a romantic angle in this kind of film. Her talent also just got wasted in this movie. Then the remaining foreign actors, I don't know, it's very obvious that they were struggling with the British accent, because you can clearly make out the American accent in various parts. For me, honestly, it is only James Cosmos, Jojo George, and largely Dhanush that made me watch this movie till the end. If you are a die-hard Dhanush fan, if you're a die-hard fan of Kartik Subbarajan's work, then yes, please watch it. It is a one-time watch, but it's a highly forgettable film. At least for me, my expectations were very high, and that is why I feel personally, as a viewer, I feel very let down. It honestly does not give me any joy to talk negatively about a film, but that's how it is. And yeah, those were my thoughts on the latest Netflix release, Jagame Thandiram. And yeah, that was my review, and hope you have come till the end of the video and have enjoyed it or not enjoyed it. But yeah, I'll see you on my next video now. Bye bye.